Hell there, meet Resty, a single mother who raised and educated 10 kids without a job in a rural area. Some of the children were able to attain PhD, ACCA at Oxford University, Cambridge University, Emile Wolf Colleges in London. This message goes out to encourage single mothers out there. Do not give up on your vision to educate your kids because you are single. Let nobody talk you out that life has come to an end. My name is Resty Namuli. I have spent most of my life as a single mother. I looked after 10 kids. I educated all of them to my best. My husband left me with 7 kids when they were very young in 1970. I managed to educate them and I am still educating my brothers and sisters' children. One of the things I thank God for is the life I have. I am now 70 years. I thank God for having educated my kids, and also my kids took me for 2 around the United States of America, led by Andrew, something I was not expecting. I had 7 biological kids: Bosco, John, Andrew, Michael, Catherine, Sarah and Resty. Unfortunately, 2 of my boys died. I managed to educate the 5. John had a PhD, Andrew is FCCA, Catherine is a nurse now living in USA, Sarah and Resty studied catering. Having educated the 5 kids after going through a hard time, I have continued working hard up to now, paying school fees for the kids of my brothers and sisters. I continue to pay their school fees. I have a son, the son of my younger sister. I have a habit of wanting to see kids succeeding. It is something I feel internally that I did up to now. I feel I like it so much. This son of my younger sister had started misbehaving, so I had to find a way to put him back on the right path to success. He is called Timmy, so I decided that Timmy had to get back to school. Timmy is a son of my young sister. The sister now lives in the house I was living in the village. My sister is called Pauline. I had to take her son to senior 1 up to senior 4, then senior 6. I then took Timmy to a teacher training school. I also educated my young brother's son. My brother died when the boy was in nursery school. When my brother died, I was still in the village, but I decided to take the boy to school to start primary. There he is, by the name of Tom Semuguma, now working at Centenary Bank, in Barrow Branch. I paid school fees for him. After completing primary 7, I brought him to Kampala, Chulubiga Secondary School. I continued to make sweaters for babies, but I took them to a shop to be sold on my behalf. Though they never paid me, I had made 10 sets of sweaters. I had to stop the sweater business. The money I used to educate these kids is the money I was saving from the support I was getting from my 5 children who are still live as subsistence. I gave up on luxuries to pay school fees. Tom was able to complete university at Uganda Martyrs. Then he joined Centenary Bank. Also Timmy successfully completed his course as a teacher. He is now a teacher in one of the Kampala schools. Now I am paying school fees for my granddaughter, by names of Helen. She in senior 6, at Baptist College. She has been attending day school, from senior 1 to senior 5. But the school administration later told me that she has to be in boarding in senior 6. So, she is in boarding school, but I do not have a serious job, apart from growing things like mushrooms. I tried paper bags, failed to find market, apart from the money I get from my 5 biological children, for subsistence, but they also contribute financially to my effort to continue paying school fees. Now Helen is in senior 6. I also have another grandchild, the son of my younger sister. She is in primary 6. I also paid fees for a daughter of my friend. She had come to help me with housework, but after 1 year, I said to myself, this child might curse me. She had completed primary 4, at Calisizo. I asked her, Janet, do you want to go back to school? She answered yes. Then I took her back school. She started in primary 2. She had actually grown up in age, but she looked young. She completed primary 7. Then I said to myself again, she needs to speak English. I decided to take her to a secondary school. She completed successfully. She got fairly good grade. I wanted her to become a nursery teacher, but she became stubborn and decided to go away. Generally, that is it, but I went through hard time when my biological children were still young in primary school. John, Andrew, Mike, Kate, Sarah, Resty. Also, I lost 2 sons. Where do you get courage? Asks the interviewer. Tips are, you have to be patient, you have to be dedicated, you have to be careful with everything in life. We had to succumb to life challenges. We were not bothered about buying expensive clothes. I had one dress. It was blue in color. People in the village nicknamed me Blue. Hair he blue, yes. When my elder son John was graduating at my career university, I had to borrow a dress from a wife of my brother. Then I went to my career for graduation, but I was happy that my son had graduated. I was not sure what my kids will be in future, but my heart was to put them through the education system. I was not expecting a happy future, just paying school fees, not expecting so much, like whether my kids will help me in this or that, whether they will build me a house. I was not that thinking about it. My heart was focusing on their studies. My grandmother by name's of Speranza, she was so old, about 100 years in age. That grandmother was also good at paying school fees. Because she paid school fees for my father and my 3 aunties. My father was a teacher. I went to visit my grandmother. She said to me, Resty, they told Emmy you are paying school fees for your children. I said yes, thank you for education your kids rather than giving them only food.